Hey, welcome everybody to our live stream here on Twitch and lichess.org. I'm International Master William Paschall. This is my Sludgy channel here on Twitch. Here with the Pandas, and we're going to play some innocent victims here first to get it started. I'm taking challenges from subscribers and friends 5+3 through 7+3 casual, rapid and or blitz. Let's play. Where's the lobby? Lobby. Create a game. There should be a link to the lobby directly. Right. No. I want to find an innocent victim in the lobby. Astrobate's here. What's up? I thought I lost you. The Wild Gambiteer. 5+3. What happened yesterday with your plot to mess with the time control? North Korea girl. Nice name. Very believable. Two most unlikely things on a chess server: that you're A, from North Korea, and B, you're a girl. Very likely. I think I was born yesterday. Youssef 5-0. Let's give him a challenge. Okay. E4, E5. We got to practice our E4, E5. Estimate. I'm trying to remember our game yesterday. It's hard when you play 23 games or whatever it ended up being. Hard to remember all our games. Oh, it was the Sicilian. Yeah, your old school variation. Classic Bodler attack. This is weird. It's like a delayed Evans. Wow, that is bizarre. Maybe it's not that bad. The delayed Evans. Evans deferred. I think here Bishop A5 not as good any longer. Youssef is certainly fast. Confident. Confidence goes a long way, but it doesn't make bad moves good ones. This is an interesting setup he's got here. What should I do? Not leaving me with a lot of choices. It's all about moving fast. Delicious and nutritious pawns. Source of protein. High in protein and unsaturated fats. I'll play C5 if I have to. Zip, zip, zip. Crazy idea here. Crazy ideas. Dun dun dun. There's an original way of defending the knight on d4. Cool, huh? I even checked out queen takes d4, bishop f6, e5. Now, time master. The master of time. What am I doing? Don't really like that either. Wow, this could be a problem. Youssef Zadini. He's 2004 in rapid chess based on 6 games. 1800, 1736. Down 2 pawns here. Need to come to my senses. He might have... I'll let him win the exchange. I'm up 2 pawns already. Like, he's going to have to sacrifice the 3rd pawn to win an exchange. E5, pawn takes E5. Bishop takes F8. Queen takes F8. Could also play knight takes F8. Maybe that's even stronger. Overconfidence from my opponent. Damn, dude. This guy's amazing. It's amazing for 1700. Seems to have a defense to like everything. He's about 500 rating points. No, 300 rating points underrated. He's obviously a positional player by nature. Rook takes e5, another tactic that works. No, double check. Double check. It is not enough, my friend. The extra time will do you no good. You are lost. You are lost with an extra minute on the clock. Next. .50 pace. It is important to keep the clock in mind in the 5-0. But if I have like at least a minute in the bank, I'm usually pretty confident. Thrashing around. He's not going to resign, is he? Down a piece. This was my warm-up game. It's kind of scary. Running out of ammunition there, bud. Nice snowman, Astrobate. Very appropriate. It's actually cold here. Close to freezing. Very strange. A rarity given global warming that doesn't exist. Right? Definitely exists. Damn, dude, I never saw anyone try so hard in a casual game. It's okay. It's okay. You don't lose any rating points. You can resign. You're down a piece and 2 pawns. It's okay to resign. There's no shame in that. Only a piece and 2 pawns. Damn, dude. Mule Skinner, long time no see. How's the desert treating you? Astrobate. Mule Skinner, you're home. Arthus. Home for the holidays. Finally. Alright, it must be like a kid or something. He wants to take back in a casual game where he dropped his queen down a piece and 2 pawns. Yeah. Alright, anyway, it was nice playing you. So. Yeah. Gris shook. Suddenly a lot of challenges there. Let's get some challenges on the board. 5+3 through 7+3 casual. Pepe Lu has joined the team We're Europeans 29 minutes ago. Oh, dude, don't even do this to me. Who is this guy? What are you doing? I don't play half-minute chess. Try to be polite. Don't keep challenging people. Todorov. Max 2-game match. We got to get revenge against him. 5-0 Blitz. He's 25-24. We dropped. It's good for the. It's good value for the rating points. It's a good value. Definitely don't want to play into his like pet endgame variation or whatever. You know, that's really annoying. Something that I know well, and we don't comply with any sort of exchanging queens and going into this structure he plays every single game or whatever. Closed Sicilian. In-game grinder with good technique, apparently, is what he has become. What's up with knight f3? Just a King's Indian attack. I don't know why this seems so weird to me. Systematic play. I don't recall facing knight a3 in the past. Did have a similar game to this, actually. Now that you mention it, against an Indian kid, like a year ago, 2 years ago, I can't remember his name. 16-year-old 2300 from India. I don't remember what his name was, but it was similar line. He basically sacked the pawn and then tried to get it back. But it more or less just like equalizes. So, it seems. Bishop e6, knight c8, bishop d7. So bishop f4 is the idea. He's got all these tricky lines. All right. Perhaps h6. Tricky, trappy openings and good endgame technique. But not really that trappy, like sort of semi-trappy openings. Good endgame technique is good. Useful to have, obviously. What's going on? I'm normally playing 5+3 through 7+3, but I took a time out to play this little mini match here with our friend. We'll play him 2 games, and then we'll go on with the challenges. I guess I could have considered taking the pawn on b2, but the rook b1 would ravage my 7th rank. Computer might go for that line, though. You might be able to make it work somehow, grabbing 2 pawns. Queen takes b... What am I talking about? Did I have queen takes b2? No. No. But maybe now. Maybe now. Queen takes b2. He's stopping g5. That is the idea. Maybe an exchange sacrifice for me, for him. Damn it. There's got to be something here. It's like pure intuition. You got a problem there. Okay, bishop d7. Must blockade. Damn. He seems stronger than 2,500. Fast, too. He just degenerates into playing for time at this point, usually. Just too strong. Love to see a CPL for this. That's enough for me, man. That's enough. Thank you for the game. Too strong for me. It's gonna have like 0 Cinnapon loss. I was better at some point. My God, dude. How? Jeez, just like brutal. Man, he's too strong. Should be like 2,900. Alright, too strong for me, dude. Thanks for the game. Anyway. Can't do the 5-0 commentating. I've noticed earlier chess writers, earlier in the days of PGN analysis, this is Acerbate, fantastical lines. What are you talking about, man? Too much pressure on me, time-wise. He's too fast, too good. I could have defended that position if I had 7 minutes plus 3, probably. But the 5-0, it's just too merciless. I think he's ridiculously underrated at 2,500 on lichess. Anybody can be 2,500 on lichess. I'm not going to play him rated games. That's just throwing your points away. If he challenged me to casual, I would play. I'm not just going to give him all my rating points. He's already like 200 points underrated. Most grandmasters here are like 2,700. At first I thought, okay, maybe he's just not that good at Blitz or something, but he's just like ridiculously underrated. It's just suicide. I'm already underrated myself. Rook takes e3 in the opening. Yeah, Brian Burnett did that against me. But I've seen strong players make the same exchange sacrifice. It depends on the situation of your driver. Like my version of it was a little bit unsound. There are better optimal situations. I just was being fancy to see if I could get away with it yesterday against Super Driver. At some point my position against Todorov was okay, but too hard with the time. He's just underrated, man. I am not playing him 20, 25, 24, whatever he is, and 5-0, having my rating smashed down. It's ridiculous. He could easily be 2,700. I guess nobody wants to play him except for me. I don't know, but it seems silly. He beat me like 3 games in a row now. It's like if he had some weakness, like he was weak, you know, tactically, or he was slow or something, I could understand him being 2,500, but he doesn't seem to have like an obvious weakness other than the fact that he doesn't play like theoretical lines. He seems strong tactically, positionally, good in the endgame. He should be well above 27 by lichess standards. You don't need, openings are not even that important. It's probably like the least important thing. It seems like Todorov's only weakness. He doesn't have any openings. But it's not making that big a difference in this time control. F4 anyway. This is potentially a big mistake to play F4. The temptation is very strong. My other options, though, what would Jeremy Silman do? I saw a similar example to the structure in one of his books, where Silman was able to play a5 and break up the black queen side, but very hard to do that here. Keep an eye on the b6 pawn. This seems like a silly move. His queen is supposed to be a bad blockader. Manually defending this. Yeah, I don't know. Knight d7, bishop e3. I couldn't find a good move for white. f4 will liberate his bishop, so I don't really want to do that. I don't want to get my bishop trapped outside the pawn chain now. So, just a kind of King's Indian. Guys, we're taking challenges. Sorry, the loss against Todorov just made me stutter. We're taking challenges between 5-3 and 7+3, if you like the challenge. No Grandmasters rated under 2650, please. If I want to lose what's left of my rating points, I'll let you know. I'm already underrated, and he's going to beat me down even worse. Not a good value. Now we can both be underrated. Deflated. I feel deflated. Superdriver said too bad they didn't have chess 960 in the old days. Reshevsky's day. Yeah, he wasn't a specialist in openings. I think Bronstein would have been the world champion in chess 960 probably. Alright. Reshevsky definitely a good choice though. This is a very irritating position. There's no way to open the game. Queen b3 did not help. Somehow I need to play like b4. Welcome Uber Driver Astrobate. What's up, guys? We're taking challenges 5+3 through 7+3 against friends and subscribers especially. Random Grandmasters rated over 2650. Grandmasters rated below 2650 can challenge me to casual. I'll play rated games above 2650. How about that? Not even awake. This is my third game today. Getting ambushed by a GM. What's up, Mr. Coffee? Yeah, Uber driver. I saw that, but seriously. I mean, the Patriots deserve to lose to Miami if the score is even close in the last. It's ridiculous. They should be ashamed of themselves. That's like me losing to a 1900 in a FIDE rated game. That's seriously like a 400 rating point upset. They're a little bit. I'm kind of actually looking forward to seeing them just end the season because it's starting to get uglier and uglier. Losing to Miami. It almost feels like somebody was like, okay, let's throw the game because it'll be good for making some money on betting or something. I'm surprised there's no conspiracy theories. Imagine if you put a if you put like a massive amount of money on the Patriots losing to Miami, it's like the perfect game. The fix was in, Uber driver. He's going to lock the whole position, presumably. Yeah, no. You're right. I'm just kidding. They really just lost like idiots. But it is kind of weird that they always lose to Miami toward the end of the season. The same thing happening last year. It's one of the worst teams in professional American football. I mean, there really shouldn't be a chance. It just, I don't know. It's weird. Skill level should be way too high. Every statistic metric was like predicting the Patriots win. It's hard to believe there's that much random chance in it. And at home. Really sad. Okay, whose king side is this anyway? Maybe I just made a big mistake. G3 is an atrocity. That's got to be a terrible move by me. You know, funny thing is I wasn't surprised by H5. It's just unbelievable how much white can't do anything in the structure. He's trying to like lock the whole position. From the get-go. Unbelievable. Chess hug. Hugging me. Here. The positional. Pawn sacrifice. He's a hugger. Still, it's like reasonable. Oof. Wow. Just lost a piece. That I didn't see. Got to give you credit. Yeah, but bishop d4 doesn't win a pawn, man. You know, it's not quite the same thing. So this is what happens when I play a 5-0 game and then I have to switch to like 7+3. Now I'm playing like it was 5-0, getting caught with the time control because that the game with the other guy, I'm playing too fast now. I can't do this like changing time controls. He totally messed me up. Blame it on someone else. I don't know where I learned that from. But it's true. Why didn't I not play rook a1? What's it matter? Wow. He's just like all about the cheap tactics now. I didn't remember 10-year-old being tactical. He hit me with that queen sacrifice. He's just playing like a positional game all the way. Now he's got tactics as well. Yeah. He had mate in two. Took the wrong way. It's like he forgot his own plan. Almost jumped out of my seat there. Still has... He's definitely good with his time control. That's really weird that you can offer a draw and then the opponent makes a move and then you make a move and he can still accept a draw. You know, it doesn't seem right. How long is that draw offer valid for? It's like indefinite draw offer. I can take it whenever I want. Like, we just made like 2 more moves and I still was able to accept his draw. Yeah, he had mate in 2. I think he forgot his own plan when he played G5. This was sick, dude. Wow. What a game by Black. Fearless. Brilliant positional display, followed by a beautiful tactic. And then this awesome mating net, which he just forgot what his plan was. It's just rook takes f3 mate. And he accidentally took the other way. Like forgetting what he was supposed to do. Dude. Wow. What was this? Played this opening great. B6. I thought I'm better here. This is an actual game. What is that guy from Belgium? No, he's a Swiss guy. Deermere. Okay, queen d6, queen b3, knight d7. I have no plan. The computer says I'm better, but you have no plan. And I finally... H5, dude. Uber driver. H5 is the guy's best move according to Stockfish. Check it out. It disappeared now. I wasn't in the least surprised by H5. You know, why not? Like, he can do anything he wants in this position. And the computer says that white is better by 1.3. But black has complete immunity. There's nothing white can do. There's no breaks other than b4. Like, what else am I supposed to do? Then he just closes it anyway. And now there's, like, no way to do anything. This is ridiculous. How can I have a plus 1.5 advantage, Stockfish, when I can't even do anything in the position at all, ever? That's crazy, dude. This is the problem with engines like Stockfish. It thinks I have an advantage, but it doesn't understand. Like, white doesn't really have an advantage. It's just basing its advantage on stuff I can't even exploit. This protected pass pawn. It's just a illusory advantage. There's no real advantage here. This is just the problem with chess computers, you know, or chess engines. That's why lichess or whatever would never think the same about this position. This is just a fake advantage for white. It's an advantage I can't use, basically. I'm not really 1.3 better here. That's, I think, just a clear illustration of why old style chess engines are bad at evaluating positions. There's nothing there. It's actually really hard for white to do anything. I mean, I guess I play correctly on some level, but to claim that I have an advantage is a lie, you know? I don't think I really have an advantage. I think I have to realize that I don't have an advantage and actually be careful of what he's trying to do, you know? Instead, I tried to open up the position too much with like g3 and f4, and I get hammered. That is an instructive position. I mean, we're all taught like protected pass pawn is an advantage. This is a blunder by black. Play knight c6 there. Protected pass pawn is an advantage. Space is automatically an advantage. Marshall. It's not very good for black. That's true. I guess h3. I don't know, maybe this is too slow. It gives him pawn takes pawn, e6, or e6 right away, Russian eagle. That's sort of demented. Okay, h3 was a bit too slow. What if I play bishop g5? Then he plays f6, I'm losing a pawn. How about sacrificing a pawn? Seems a bit much. I don't know who this player is. We've never faced him before. Something a little strange about his ratings. Everything is between a 10-point range. Thinking of sacrificing a pawn. I can't really justify sacrificing a pawn. He's used 3 seconds for the whole game. Guys, please send me some challenges. Subscribers particularly. Got all kinds of weird challenges today. Rated. Did I write it? I didn't write it, did I? Oh, that's my problem. I didn't change the text. Why didn't somebody tell me? I didn't change the text on the stream from the simul from yesterday. Playing terribly today. Whew. How could I? All right, dude. Please don't keep challenging me to the same game again and again. That's just inane. If I declined your challenge, there's a reason for it. Use your brain. Obviously, the new time control worked out pretty well, except for the fact that it lasted 3.5 hours, which is significantly longer than the usual 3-hour. Jesus. This guy is just going to get banned. Alpha_0. Sorry, I have to do this. Really ignorant. Sorry. Goodbye. He has on his handle, on his profile, that he's 2200 FIDE. Rated 900. So this is insane. I mean, he plays like the worst possible variation of the Marshall defense. Allows me to play d5, and then everything's fine for black here. I wanted to play bishop g5, which is probably the strongest move, and then I changed my mind at the last minute. Played h3, which is utterly lame. Because I just wanted too much. I wanted everything. Totally misevaluated the position. It's really bad. H3 was a horrible move. Losing all my advantage completely out of hand. It's unbelievable. Like, usually when you have a sizable advantage in the opening, I would think one mistake you'd still have a slight advantage, but here it was worse. Man, I don't know. This player is difficult to get a handle on. A4. I don't like white's position with the queens off the board here. It just looks like I'm a little overextended. This pawn. Though he didn't play the best moves. H6 was weak. I didn't like bishop d6. He's making mistakes. He pulled a fast one on me in the opening. Still knight a6 loses a piece. Okay, bishop e6. Now I'm better. He's made like 4 bad moves in a row. His opening was actually pretty good. I don't know if you should play f6 instead of h6. I liked black's game there. No Uber driver. I don't know about a4 at any point being really good. We got no subscriber challenges. Texas Time Chess Monkey. Does that mean he's in the Texas time zone? Chile. Chile might be in the same. Chile in the Texas time zone? Possible. There's more than one time zone in Texas, probably. How many time zones are in Texas? There's Central Time, like in Austin. What about like West Texas? Would that be Mountain Time? More than one time zone, I assume. There's knights. You're not really from Chile. They didn't get to building that part of the wall yet. I'm in Budapest. Budapest, Texas. They have like every town name. Odessa. All right, what are we doing? Bishop f6. Yes, f4, rolling. Rolling pawns. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. What if we try to play a technical position? My king is not entirely safe here. But he's making a mistake in simplifying this position, I think. Not sure if I should trade both sets of rooks, actually. Probably I should have kept one on the board. He's a fake Russian. Russians are notoriously good at endgames. It's the new style players. New style players from every country are bad at endgames. Internet players. The internet generation doesn't favor endgames. That's the problem. No respect for the endgame. Offer to draw. I think he should try. He should have tried knight d4 check. He could at least get my bishop pair there. Oh, I hung my b pawn. No. Now Uber Driver's suggestion is actually quite valid. Probably bad timing by me again. Man, he picked the wrong square. Should have gone to d7, e5 check. Go pawn. It's still not easy. I'm only up one pawn on the king side. Not so easy. Wow. Definitive. Pawn must be stopped. Is this sudden death? No. Yeah, the real reason for the wall is to prevent Americans from escaping from Donald Trump. All right. Texas time chess monkey. 1487. Yeah, most people who are like under 1800 don't challenge me enough. Acerbate. Look how easy I am to beat. The grandmaster that just beat me up this morning. Weird kind of close Sicilian, I guess. Well, it's not weird after g3. You should play g3 there. This is kind of a no-no, putting knight on f3 in a closed Sicilian type position. But it's not that bad. White's playing a bit too fast, I would say. Got plenty of time here, 7 minutes. h4, interesting move. Not necessarily correct, but interesting. There's another possibility there, bishop h3. Everybody's good, even 1400s. Not really happy with having to play h5. Feels like we're playing, you know, his game here. Not sure about that, though. Whatever, it's probably... White's wasting a bit too much time now. Too much time. Maybe f5 for black. I'm a bit better developed now. He had some interesting chances there. After knight e2. Probably bishop c3, try to neutralize my bishop on g7. And I think White's position is okay. Speak of the devil. Options here. I was thinking of actually taking on c3 or playing e5. e5 is insane looking. Man, bishop on g7. Pure defensive spectator. Big Ed. Which Big Ed? The one I vanquished in the browser? Or a different one? Now maybe e5 at some point. Creative player. He's got all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I'm getting confused. Seriously. No, unfortunately, all right. We've got pressure here, so if he tries to take on g6, we're taking on f2. But I've got to stop the d file, so presumably pawn takes pawn, knight d4, f3. That's too dangerous. All right, I guess we're better. Yeah, musings. Me too. Interesting. Wow. It's ingenious play by White. Confusing the hell out of me now. I have no idea what's going on. This is entirely driving me crazy. I shouldn't be worse. I was actually thinking about e3. It's already better than 1400. Okay. Castle's an amazing move, dude. Just not recapturing and castling. That's the kind of amazing move to come up with. Nah, e3 I wasn't convinced by. He doesn't take it. He just plays like f3. I looked at that the longest, you know, of course. I mean, I might have missed something. Just didn't look clear. You're talking about the last game? Now he's just back again? Okay, now we've got some threats. Queen c6. I've been looking at various exchange sacrifices here. Rook takes f4 was my plan, but he blocked that too. I was threatening rook takes f4, knight f3 check, and e5. Apparently he saw it. Yes, I could go queen g4. Exactly. White just sacrificed a piece for 2 pawns. But that certainly shouldn't be a problem. This is also hanging. g4, knight f3 check. Is that even good for me? Interesting. Very, very fearful player I'm facing here. It is complicated. Fearless. Yeah, quite fearless, I would say. Yeah, rook c1 is just a patent mistake. He's inconsistent, you know. He's got some good ideas, but inconsistent. Felt he played a little bit too fast. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right, where are we? Well, it's just winning down the F file. Sorry, guys. White played an interesting game. He had a lot of kind of cool ideas. Yeah, knight takes h4 check is a good suggestion. Among others. I know, it doesn't matter. It's over. No, you can dismiss this game as white got slaughtered, but actually, I'm not sure what's going on after like the first 14 moves. It wasn't all that clear. Probably nearly blundering a perpetual check here. He checks. No, I have knight f5. Okay. No perpetual check. Not today. Texas toast. But no, all joking aside, like, I have no idea what was going on in the position after like move 14. White got carried away. I would say around there. Even further, knight g5, e6, knight f4. Check this out. I don't think this is that clear. I thought this was a great move. F takes e4 castles. That's got to be the best move. It's not. Damn it. Someone suggested e3, but I didn't think it worked. What happens after f3? I couldn't see justifying like losing this pawn on g6. The oracle says there's something here. There is this exchange sacrifice. I wasn't sure how clear that was, and this I didn't see at all. No, after knight takes g6. Let's say rook f6, knight back to f4. I have to do an exchange sacrifice. It's a nice one. But that was a little bit beyond my capabilities for this time control. The computer is turning this into an exchange sacrifice for a monster pawn on e3. Yeah, it wasn't that clear. And once I didn't do that after knight d4, White's position isn't that bad. Okay, then you sacrifice the piece for nothing. Okay. Mastermind 14. We've played them before. A lot of games, actually. Been a long time. And Alms is a subscriber. Knight e6, you're talking about what? Last game, I don't know. Too long ago. Can't remember. d4, knight f6. The Alms. Yeah, I know, but I don't remember. don't remember where the pieces were exactly in that position to answer you. I have to go back. I did play bishop takes a6. Anyway, all right, you're distracting me. Let's concentrate. Let's concentrate. The Alms has a good, solid opening repertoire. E3. Hippo. Hippo ties this position. Hippo thighs. C5. C5, C4. C5. Why not? Take advantage of Alms with the unusual order of moves. As Igor Feugl once played against me, bishop g5 is always the antidote to something like this. C4. So I was toying with doing a double fianchetto, but now we're close to transposing to something he likes, actually. What if I take and I play d5? I could still do the double fianchetto, but then I would probably be better off not playing c5. Thought I could use this this move order to my advantage. But I'm not sure if there's anything really good independently from the normal moves here. If I take on d4, he takes with the e-pawn. It's not that good for me. g6 is not that good for me. There's transposing to the normal lines with e6. I wasted all my time trying to come up with something new here, but there is nothing here. All right. We'll have to play a Nimzo after knight c3, cd, ed, bishop b4. It's not exactly a French defense. This is a really annoying variation, man. The e3 Queen's Indian. I have a book. Actually, e3 against everything is the... We talked about this before. Alms built his repertoire on the Palliser book, 1d4, and there's also this new stuff by Axel Smith regarding e3 in every kind of position. What am I going to do but transpose to that hateful variation? What is up with d5? Is that just bad? Try to play d5. The waiting move a6 seems silly. You remember both my opening books. I didn't know that you did the Axel Smith. I remembered the other one. So if I just play CD, CD, ED, bishop e7, knight c3, castles, d5, it's better for white. How do you avoid this shit? Uber drivers there sitting there complaining that this is like the French defense. It's actually a really annoying variation. I wish I had just not played c5 now. Smythe. Simith. Einar Simith. Smithy. Bishop e4. Interesting. I think I'm just going to lose on time. just resign. I just resigned. There's no good moves. Oh my god. How bad is this? We're gonna find out. Anything but that other variation. See, if he had played knight c3, he would have allowed the Nimzo, but by not playing knight c3, this is a proper move order for white. I'm left with very few options. Basically, I have to play the theoretical line, which is like CD, ED, D5, which I played before and sucks for black. It's extremely trappy and easy for black to lose in like 20 moves. You have to memorize like very precise variations not to be resigning very quickly. And it's amazing how few options there are for black here other than this. Everything looks bad. I mean, g6 is kind of a bad version. Maybe g6 would transpose to some kind of Queen's Indian with a double fianchetto. Similar to what I had in my Samo yesterday against Elvira Rodriguez. Similar but not the same. That was a fianchetto variation. Not at all the same, actually. What's he thinking about? CD5, I assume. The queen takes is clearly just bad. Bishop takes allows knight c3 with tempo. I practically have to take with a pawn here. Hanging pawn position. I'm notoriously bad at hanging pawn positions. Dropped my central pawn. My first game back to the Hungarian Team Championship in November, just flat out lost my central pawn on d5 after like 20 moves with black to a 2-move tactic. Queen and rook endgame. What? Oh, that. Yeah, suspicious. She's constantly talking about makeup. Very suspicious. I think she's she talks about makeup too much for a woman, if you ask me. It's extremely suspicious. Right, this is standard setup now for white. Bishop e2, pile up. Pile up on I-95, which Uber Driver is very familiar with. The formation. Yeah, where should I go? What should I do? Yeah, this is where the knight gets on to e5, and that's it. Once it gets there, you can't get rid of it. Mr. Coffee's excited. Actually, he plays this with white. What are we going to do now? Castles. It's a practically forced move. A lot of subtlety in these positions. The E3 Queens Indians. Back in my early days, I actually played the line a bit with white. I had a friend who taught me to play chess. He was very fond of the Queen's Indian himself. We had a lot of battles in these lines. Alms has probably played this like exact game before. He plays the same systems regularly, so he knows them really well. And this type of line, I would imagine, you could get it down to a pretty narrow path where multiple people may have played the exact same way. Fortunately, like Queen h5, g6, Queen h6, Bishop g5. I don't like it. I'm probably nearly busted here. This probably just speeds up my demise. Played exactly into his patented. We exactly played into his patented system. This is probably his favorite position in chess. I didn't want to do f5, but if I do g6, he has f5. Or rook e8, f5. Computer could defend black. But you'd have to combine like perfect tactics. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, pushing the d-pawn is definitely a good idea for the bishop on b7, like last move. If I push d4 last move, okay, he's going to take it. It opens up my bishop on b7, but other than that, it destroys my structure. In the center, this might be a disruptive move at some point. I don't see what it does, though. He'll just take it, knight c5, bishop e2. Or you could just take it and knight c5, bishop c anywhere. I don't really have anything. g4. Any serious caveman style player would play g4 here right away. Yesterday I made reference to the alien predator. Kind of very direct attack right for the throat. Correct. What does this do? Just committed suicide. Trying to confuse him. Confuse him in time pressure. Confusington. This is ugly. Damn, dude. What am I doing? I have to get really sleazy here. Super sleazy. Good God. He had that. Shit. He was like totally winning. You have that move. Oh. He's not giving up yet. Yeah, that was just total sleazdom. Obviously, I'm completely lost, you know. Here, he just simply has to play pawn takes pawn. And this is embarrassing. Like, pawn takes pawn. Look at this center. Slightly superior. The center for white is slightly superior. The biggest center ever in chess history. Black miraculously has knight e6 in this position. And it's only +8. It's slightly hyper-modern style. We're giving white the center and then we're going to like undermine it. Good God. So there's like no alternatives. If you look at the opening, this position. Okay, a few people played g6. But if you look at the engine, there's no other move. It's like cd4, cd5, sorry, ed4. d5 is the main line. It looks like bishop e7, okay? Knight c3, d5, cd5, knight d5. Stupid variation. White's just better by 0.7. I mean, I don't know how you can avoid this happening. It's so strange. Just play g6 right away. That's what I did last time, I think. You might as well just do g6 right away, not even play c5 for black. Seriously, anything's better than that. You know, it's unbelievable how good it is for white. I play better in lost positions. Well, might as well try something crazy. What's with the time control? 6 + 3? Okay. Yeah, I mean, normally anything between 5-3 and 7 + 3, so this is fine. Your last bitch for the year. Thank you, Oms. Our first and last donation for the year. I mean, for the second to last stream of the year. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. Since the stream is 6:30, it's not going to destroy the New Year's Eve plans. So if we stream from 6:30 till 9 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be fine. So you have one more chance. One more chance to rebuy. It's very generous of you to donate after that sleazy loss I didn't deserve. H3 winning. Right. The Leningrad. I wanted to play this opening at one point. Actually, the sidelines against the Dutch are the bigger problem. There's just too many sidelines that white can play. One of many problems. B3. Solid. I really only know like D5. That's the main line. I guess I had a game similar to this recently. I wonder if I could play G5. I want to say G6. This is so primitive. It's like the Grob. Can this be right to do H6 and G5? Thank you for the cheers. Someone's trying to join the team. It looks like we will have a Blitz arena. You know what? Maybe I just made a big mistake with Queen G6. Maybe not. Maybe not. The queen might just be better off going straight out to H5. The basic premise was to pressure E4, but if I can't prevent E4, it may have been a waste of time even bothering to try. Yeah, and white just keeps making developing moves. It's quite problematic for me. He's going to play the obvious move next, which is E4. I did the wrong thing with my queen. If knight C6, D5, that doesn't look good. I could put my knight on B4, but that doesn't seem right either. For lack of a better move, I don't know what to do. Another bad opening. Of course, I don't play the Dutch. The last game, I should have known what I'm doing. I experimented with D5. Okay, I mean, it's a good time to experiment. Although I'm streaming, I'm supposed to be teaching you guys something. This is also a chance for me to experiment with new ideas. Playing the Dutch. And last game, trying to find some new idea. This is just problematic. Now Queen D2 or Queen B1. Maybe it's not that bad for me. Seems very good for white. A player who is clearly comfortable playing the white side of classical Leningrad Dutch. You don't like the Leningrad. I don't like the Leningrad. Well, I like the Leningrad better than any other kind of Dutch. To be honest with you, it's probably better than the other options. It's better than the freaking Stonewall. Wait. So he's got bishop g7. He started to play too fast and screwed this up. His move was inaccurate. Knight d4. Can he play knight d4? Knight e4, knight f5. Knight d4, bishop e4, bishop e4, knight e4. Rook e4. We're both getting confused. I have the option to play like knight to d3 here. Happy New Year, guys, in advance. We will be streaming tomorrow. Pre-New Year's Eve celebration stream. Tournament. The last tournament of 2019. If I'm going out, I'm not going out till after the last tournament of 2019. So now we're on our own. Threatening knight d4. Ah. Baniap is raiding with a party of 7. Balkus, are you responsible for this? Who's Baniap? Welcome. I like my position, but I don't see a good move. Other than that, it's great. I like my position, but I don't see a good move. That's not right. What about e7? What about it? Thing is, white seems better still. I thought he had messed this up. Maybe it's just not true. Wait a minute now. Shout out to Baniap. Baniap. Welcome, guys. Oh, it's almost the end of the stream? No, we've still got time. Got almost an hour left. All right. Is my knight trapped on b4? It's not really where you want your knight to go, but it can be protected. Ooh, we got knight c2. That's going to be devastating. He's got queen b3, perhaps the Leningrad Dutch. Even if you don't know, it seems okay. The eve of New Year's. Yeah, I'm going to do a stream tomorrow night too, but just 6:30 till 9, my usual time. What am I doing? I'm just dropping a knight. It's fine. That's good. That's good. Mastermind. The mastermind of time. What about rook a3? Let's see any tactics. Did I miss something? Like knight c2 doesn't do anything. I'm about losing on time. 30 seconds. I played terribly today. Todorov destroyed me. Again, 3 times in a row. But I can't do this switching time controls from 5-0 to 7+3, 5+3. I've got to just like, I'm better off if I just play one time control, stick with it. It's hard to adapt to like having an increment or not having an increment. All right, this is looking good. We're up a pawn, got pressure on f2. Clear pawn up, that's it. Leningrad wins by force. He needs to be 10 followers, 10 minutes follower in the chat, but he's saying enjoy your stream. Yeah, we have that default setting. I'm not responsible, but it is mostly useful. Not as snob as the subscribers only chat. Okay, rook a7. I just hear myself telling people you just have to play rook c8. The mentality with which most people don't want to bother to retreat. Takes too much effort, but it's necessary. Sometimes you just have to retreat. A lot of people don't want to accept this. They just want to go forward. We're on backward. Now we can go about winning the game. I'm freaking out. Freaking out. But that's good. We're all set now. Oh, he's got his sight set on the c7 pawn. Very good. Very good. Help yourself. The F-file in the Dutch. Never been a problem for white. There ought to be a tactic here. Damn it. I don't see it. I guess we'll just take this hapless pawn. Mastermind is coming up with really nasty, annoying defense. And he's like ultra fast. How is he 1800? You like those pawns. We like them too. Maybe d4 was better there. I'm a specialist with 2 connected pass pawns. Pawn specialist. The pawns didn't win. It was the mate. Whew, that was a tough one. Mastermind is pretty fast. Uber driver was a third wheel. He was hanging out with Smyslov and Levinfish. There's the Rook Endgame book. It's like an epic rook and pawn endgame book by Smyslov. Was it a series or just one book? Sorry guys. Water. Thirsty. So, yeah, Smyslov and Levinfish Rook Endgames. I have it somewhere. Yeah, I'm getting it confused with the Averbach in-game books. Averbach's in-game books, he did like hardcover. Very, very awesome series on endgames. I guess he did that for Encyclopedia of Chess, Informator or whatever. I highly recommend the Smyslov Rook Endgame book. Actually, Portish has a Rook Endgame book too, which is very good. Rook Endgame books are specialized, you know, more than others. I would recommend Averbach. Mr. Coffee, super tough. Let's get the French fired up. Maybe Caro Khan. Guys, I'm welcoming a few more challenges till, we're streaming till when did I start? 11 till 1:30. Gotta go at 1:30 strictly. I actually don't usually play Bishop G5, but I thought we'll give Mr. Coffee some training in this. And it seems more critical to play the Alekhine Chittard with H4. I don't know the theory beyond 7 or 8 moves, really. I've never played this in an over-the-board game. A6 seems like a standard idea. Stop knight d6 check. I'm not sure if in this position you're supposed to play h6. I think you're supposed to take the pawn. But clearly it's not forced. It's not forced to accept this pawn sacrifice. I mean, a6 looks like a reasonable move, honestly. But all right. Let's think. I mean, black's going to hit me pretty hard with c5. That's the big issue here. Hit him hard and hit him fast. And I think in a lot of scenarios, like, h4 is just going to look like a stupid move. I certainly am going to have trouble castling kingside now. Trying to figure this out over the board is not an easy matter for white. Maybe I have to try something sharp like queen g4. But I have to be very careful here that I don't neglect the center. I guess I'm threatening bishop takes e7 and queen takes g7, which is pretty serious. He could play f6. That looks dangerous. Then again, why not? I don't know the book here on a6. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Today is my day for playing openings I don't really know, I guess. This move looks dangerous because it does neglect development. Wow, f6. There it is. We need to just be calm and carry on, right? Or whatever that stupid t-shirt says. Don't even get it, but whatever. Some sort of UK thing. King f8. Mr. Coffee, your position went from interesting to suspicious. After King f8, I would say. Having my doubts about this. Are you? Not sure Mr. Coffee knows more than we do. Oh yeah. But now I feel much more secure in my center being enforced. Nice and safe. Reinforced. This enables, because queen g3 is obviously a move, but this enables me to play g4. Joe Shipman. He's a flag bearer of the far right. I think at one point my Facebook recommended him as a possible friend. I just deleted it. I remember his dad was an IM. I never played Walter. He was solid IM. I don't know much about the son, except that he's like a flaming far-right supporter. He seems like he spends all his time in internet forums. Political internet forums or something like that. Uber driver. I don't know. Once in a while, some post he made on Facebook will show up on one of my friends' profiles. I wish you could delete people you hated from other people's Facebooks. All right, so what do we do? Yeah, c5 looks good. I don't want Susan Polgar to show up in profiles from other people. I hate that. But I don't know how to stop it. Anyway, whatever. I don't even use Facebook that much. Just you made me think of it with Joe Shipman. At least his dad was a good player. That's all I know. All right, Mr. Coffee's up to 4 minutes versus 41 seconds. Time to go to make the coffee. We can't mess around too much longer here. That's just enough development. King safe, Papa home. Do you know anybody who said that? Uber driver? Papa Smurf. Kids out, Papa home. Get your pieces out. Make sure the king is safe. Some sort of saying like that. I don't believe Mr. Coffee anymore. Every time I think his position's okay, I change my mind. Chipping away at the coffee. All of our pieces in the game. Still, it just goes to show how solid the French defense is. Black's position looks dubious. It's still difficult to put him away. Take. You know, I found that a lot of people just don't do calculation. Now, obviously, I don't think he's going to play G5 or something. Rook G8 is like a defensive move. Let's open it up. Something good must come of this. I don't really like getting tied down to my F pawn and F2. But I don't feel like dropping it. Maybe I should have just let it hang. Just let it go. One move threat, very deep. Mr. Coffee's going to get away. To kill him with some sort of tactical shot. He's doing a great job here, actually. Master of blockade. This is just getting weirder and weirder. I think I'm in trouble now. Man, Mr. Coffee's gonna kill me. He missed D4. He was just going to kill me there. Oh, man. He's got 2 minutes more. He's just crushing me. Jeez, the new Mr. Coffee. Wow. I'm just too hesitant. He also was hesitant. He should have played D4 before. It's probably still strong. Quite as strong as it was. Got in a good place to put my knight. Good God. You know what my problem was? This sounds ridiculous, but I forgot. Like 3 moves ago, I forgot he couldn't castle. When he was setting up, like blockading with bishop e6, I started to believe he could castle. And it took me until like 2 moves ago to realize that he couldn't. Maybe I just fell for a trap? No. Yeah. There was a time when I really believed he could castle in this game. I mean, if he could, he would have, and he would have been like clearly better. Slowly it dawned on me. Why is he not castling? That's happened in tournament games. 2 years ago in a major international tournament here in Hungary. Pradnanatad, or whatever that Indian kid's name is. His opponent like did an illegal move, but he didn't say anything about it. And after the game, like the Indian contingent started to protest, like the guy had cheated or something, you know. But if you make an illegal move and the opponent doesn't call you on it, you're not cheating, you know what I mean? If the opponent doesn't have the common sense to like call the arbiter and say, hey, you know, or notice that the opponent made a legal move, that's nobody's fault but his. I mean, it was ridiculous to like protest it. I'm not sure if the kid like just didn't know what to do and he was like unsure because he's just a kid, or if he really didn't notice it. I wasn't like there when it happened. The story was related to me, but it became like this major incident, which I thought was really weird. Illegal moves happen all the time in tournament games, especially in the old days when there's no increment. It was fairly common to have people playing like illegal moves and time pressure. Castling, I would think, you know, illegally would be fairly, maybe the most common illegal move. In situations like this game with Mr. Coffee or something less, maybe a little more subtle. All right, Mr. Coffee, you're driving me nuts here, dude. Give me the pawn. I tried to take it easy on you. Not take it right away. Pre-move. My play has been really crap today. Very slow, unsure. Need to play more Blitz. Give me another one. Premature resignation. I think Mr. Coffee was just winning. Maybe with d4. Let's see. Queen e6. This is where I thought he could castle next move. I played rook f5. I really believed he could castle here. My plan was to play rook takes f5. I mean, that's ridiculous, you know. Castles, rook takes f5. Mr. Coffee missed d4. This is a catastrophe. I have to play this. He could even possibly take on a2. The computer doesn't think that's the best move, though. But, I mean, this is just totally stupid. I must have missed something. Basically, apparently, as long as I just play king b1 and I don't drop this pawn, I'm like virtually winning. I wonder if queen h2 was a good move. It seems sort of unnecessary. Yeah. Yeah, this is totally, I mean, defending this pawn seems, the first thing I said when I defended it was this just doesn't seem right to sit there defending this pawn on f2. I didn't really want to play h6 though, because he would play g6 and close the position on the king side. I was actually looking at stuff like this. See, that was the other thing. I almost have a tactic here. But I saw this was hanging, attacking my queen, but he's hanging queen with check, so even this was an interesting line. But he had me down to 40 seconds. Morales, what's up? All right, guys, last two games for today. I've got to go. Yeah, I think black's supposed to take the pawn in the opening of a driver. That's like the critical variation. Probably like all gambits. Like, you really have to take it to refute it, as they say. The only way to refute a gambit is to accept it. I agree, in most cases. Probably the Benko is unlike any other gambits in its sort of like positional level of positional soundness. The Benko is the one gambit that I feel very reluctant about taking. Morales using one of my own defenses against me. I like the accelerated dragon. It has its limitations. The Marazzi is a huge problem. Black is lucky to make a draw against strong players on the black side Marazzi. Other than that, it seems fully playable. The particular variation he played has some questions. But he's been studying this, making me use my new openings, the semi-Tarash, today the classical French. I don't remember yesterday's game, now that you mention it, Mr. Coffee. Oh, it was semi-Tarash, okay. Yeah. What happened? Oh, I took the 2 queens, you won. 2 rooks. 2 queens for a rook. Alright, so what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Queen b6. This is just rubbish. Isn't it? Knight b3, queen b4. Some sort of trappy. Fake news. Never played this move in my life. It must be bad. Knight b5. Okay, so knight b3, queen b4 looks viable. Even that, I might be able to play queen e2, but then knight e5. So here his point is to play queen a5, try to make this work. But I don't remember what White's refutation is of this, clearly. Knight f5, maybe. Knight f5, queen b2, knight g7 check, king f8. Knight a4? No. I'm not sure. I don't really like knight f5 normally. There is like one position where that's good for white, and I don't remember if this is it or not. There's only one line I remember where that's like clearly winning. A couple like strong players had fallen for, but now you have me confused. Gotta be extra careful with Morales. Extremely dangerous. This move is cautious. Probably not that great, actually. He could just castle now. Do they trap his queen? There's no queen trap. Unnecessarily passive. So both sides have played badly here, I guess. Knight d5. What about knight d5? You could just castle. That seems stupid. But anyways, he's starting a6, so I need to do something. You got me into this weirdness. e5. He just takes it. I wish I could play e5. Okay, this is at least playable for white. Maybe Saxon exchange with knight e4. Seems like he has to take. And we just have a kind of weird position here. Perhaps white slightly better. Space. Slight space advantage. Kind of like Caruana Carlson Sveshnikov. No, not quite as good. This isn't much. I know c3 seems hesitant, but if I play c4, plays a6, knight c3, my dark squares are very weak on the long diagonal. Long lasting. Duracell. Maybe, maybe not. You've managed to trade one piece, free your position a little bit here. Trying to be fundamental, but I don't know. a6, knight d4, then I have a4 breaking the queen side if you try b5. This pawn could become a weakness. Now I have f4 and knight c6 in the case of b5. This is not the Budapest Gambit. You want to play against Morales like very few tactics, just kind of squeeze him strategically without allowing tactics. Seems like a good move. I'm playing this sort of in a sense like it's a classical dragon. You know what? Maybe it's not so great. Damn it. Not sure about this either. He could have played knight c4 last move, actually. Maybe I just retreat like bishop c1 if knight c4. It's interesting. It's the best way to play this. He's going to gain some counterplay. Bishop b7 attacking the d5 pawn. Guys, we have time for one more game. Only. Yes. Very difficult to threaten him in any way. This is angering me. Okay, f4, knight d7. I cannot generate any threats. That is so irritating. Damn it. I don't know what to do. He just finds every freaking move. Instantly. It's like every single move, instantly, he finds the best move. He's beaten me 3 out of the last 4. Jesus. He missed queen takes c6 there. Wow. You had queen takes c6. Classic tactic. Equalizing. I made a mistake taking the pawn, apparently. I just about earned an advantage. But not clear. Bishop d5. Knight d5, queen d5, rook takes b2. There's nothing for sure here. Yeah, no, he did a good job. He was okay. I did the best I could, you know, to keep an edge there. How can you miss queen takes c6? That was fun. It was hard to maintain my position. Guys, I got to go after this. Last game. The tactics are your specialty. I was sure you would see it. Okay, it's not that easy, but man, the freaking London system. I hate the London system. I've played this like 1,000 times. Alright, let's try it a different way here. I'm not going to play queen b3. I think we had this with this player once already. I shouldn't have played c4 so early. I would have more flexibility in plans to choose from if I hadn't played c4 so early. Let's try something different. I have another idea I sometimes use with black. Last game, guys. I gotta go. This could be a long one, 15 minutes. Generally speaking, when you play on any of the closed queen pawn openings where black has this, or white, it's this pawn sort of structure. Maybe I looked at queen d2 there, actually. You can always try to do this exchange of bishops. I'm playing like I'm black. I'm trying to equalize against the London system, more or less. And I think it's equal. White doesn't have an opening advantage, but black does not have more than an equal game. But that's all you can ask for. Black's playing perfectly. Like, you couldn't play any better than black in this game. It's absolutely, literally perfect play. E5 in this time, probably the best move. I could have played queen a3 to trade the queens. That's something I might do against a weaker player. I have to be a little bit careful. I don't run into trouble with e4. I guess he likes the London system. It's too passive way for white to play realistically, though. It's okay with black, but I shouldn't do this with white. I was thinking rook e1, e4, knight d4. Yeah, then I can... There's a strange move there. He's playing too fast. I mean, you really need to calculate e4 here for black. Just automatically play rook d8. Because there's a variation I just realized, like e4, knight d4, queen e5 might actually change the whole evaluation of the position. If I don't have knight d4, then black just might be better there. What am I going to do now? We'll just have to take our chances, I guess. e4, knight d4, queen e5. If I could defend my queen somehow. de, de4, queen c3, probably. And white is still okay. He must be playing the London system with both colors, I would guess. He's so comfortable with this. I have like 3 different things that I play against it, but I would prefer to play without c4. Just d3, b3, without c4. Like more like a King's Indian attack. Now black. We had a game like this earlier. I think I have forgotten. Black's inconsistent, going rook c8 here. That doesn't seem right. Still, his position is fine. He's 1938 in classical. Not many games. If I could play d4, I'd be happy. But how do we do it? How can we play d4? I can't even play e3. I'm like paralyzed. I could trade rooks and just draw. I mean, what are you supposed to do? You can't even move your pieces here with white. e4 is a positional mistake. You know, like take e4. I think it's a positional mistake for white. Perhaps I can play b4. I don't know. This is kind of risky. I would rather have my pawns on dark squares. He has this. This is very dangerous for me. To try b4. He could even try d4 if he wants to. So this is really probably just a mistake to play b4. Okay, maybe d4 is not that clear. I have e3. d4, e3. Pawn takes pawn. Rook takes. Knight to g4. Rook back to e1. Bishop takes d3. And then some tactics against e5. Here he's weakening the base of his pawn chain, which looks somewhat dangerous. It will strengthen any knight d4. Apparently he has no indication, or he has no inclination to play the pawn up to e4, which is my main thing I have to worry about. Still, difficult for both sides to do anything. I'll just wait him out. Most people who play the London would probably have retreated this bishop back to h7, sort of robotically. It's interesting that he doesn't seem to mind. It's an almost universal move amongst London system players, but here he's actually smart not to do it, because bishop h3, this will become a useful move for white. cd5, well, I don't see any benefit in cd5. I'm trading, you know, a c4 pawn for a c6 pawn. That actually benefits black. My pawn's on the 4th, his is on the 3rd. The exchange just should be better for black. Now e4, maybe. The problem is he takes. Yeah. I'm just running out of ideas. I don't have a better idea. My pawns are actually on the wrong color now for my bishop. Spectacular Camel, welcome. We're just ending the stream. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for your support. Please donate to support the stream. PayPal, Streamlabs. If you click the Panda GIF, courtesy of Spectacular Camel. We've got New Year's stream coming between 6:30 and 9 p.m. tomorrow. The last Panda. It's a Blitz arena, I think. Last week we missed the stream because of Christmas Eve. But I think we're due for a Blitz arena. Resub again. Black's played this well. I don't know if he should play bishop g4 or bishop h7. Even bishop g6 is okay. We have a little bit of space here with c5. If you ask me, it's a pretty brilliant game by Black, what he's done so far. Positionally speaking, very, very good. He could play c5. for example. I didn't play c5, by the way, because of BC, rook b8, followed by rook b5. He's going to be able to pile up on my c5 pawn very significantly using the b file. Otherwise, that would be a strong move for white. It just gives him too much counterplay. The whole arena. Tomorrow night, 6:30, Mr. Coffee. Take it easy on me. You've been kind of brutal lately. Mr. Coffee was nice enough to not beat me today. Subscriber stream Thursday is canceled this week, most likely. Unless I miraculously reappear from Vienna. I have to go to Vienna on Thursday, and it's going to be a long day. I'm going to be on the train like all day long, coming back and just arrive home when the stream would start. So probably we're not going to do that. It would be the following week. C5, what? C5 and B5 for who? Yeah, right. I'm going to be in Vienna for like 30 minutes to an hour. Then I have to come right back. I just have to go to Vienna to go to the U.S. consulate and then have a document notarized. It's ridiculous. I'm going to send like hate mail to the U.S. consulate in Budapest. It's just ridiculous. Like, they do 4 times as much work at the U.S. Embassy in Vienna as they do at the one in Budapest. It's unbelievable. They've got to be like comparable in size. How can one do like 4 times as much work as the other? It's unbelievable. I have to do like 6 hours on the train to get a document notarized. I want my tax money back. I mean, I assume there's more businesses, like Western-facing businesses, and money in Austria that has the need for such things, but still. A lot more American businesses in Austria, historically, and I'm only going to be there for like an hour. It's ridiculous. I'd love to visit, hang out. Just no time. Yeah, we're going to drop this pawn soon. Trying not to do that. Man. Black has played so solid, it's insane. He's finally got ideas. I mean, this is masterful positional play by Black. Full on. He's like a genius. Can I take the pawn? If he tries to play knight e6. Queen e5, knight e5, knight d4. Yeah, that's not good for Black. That wasn't the plan to go to g6. He changed his mind at the last minute. The whole point was to play knight e6 and into d4. It feels like Black played a perfect game. But the question is, what do you play now? After bishop f1, this is the plan, to play knight e6 and knight d4. But he hesitated You're welcome. He hesitated because of this queen takes e5 idea. But that's not relevant. My knight is hanging. You know, I in fact wanted to play rook e2 and I forgot, so I blundered with bishop f1. I had to play rook a2, I guess. Then again, he can play queen d3. Yeah, so you just talked yourself out of the correct move. Black plays knight e6. Yeah, like the engine wants to play rook a2 for me to guard d2. That's the best move. Black is slightly better. In time pressure, I blundered bishop f1, and now black's clearly better after knight e6. And you just didn't play it. I think you're going to see this as like a nearly perfect game by black until knight g6. This was his only mistake the whole game. Literally. Playing knight g6. Perfect game otherwise. Someone actually did this. Giuseppe. Bishop a3 is not a real system with white. The genius positional game. And now, I don't know about queen d6, but that was to free up the e6 square. And now I blundered, not playing rook a2. I have to play this. After rook a2, I'm still okay. You know, stopping knight e6 from coming into d4. Black made 3 inaccuracies, white made 1 inaccuracy so far. Guys, I've got to go. I'm really late, so... Still, I wanted to see what the final consensus was by the engine here. I can't believe I didn't make more than 1 inaccuracy. I'm getting outplayed positionally here. So this, you know, depends on how you define what an inaccuracy is. I feel like white played worse than black, but it comes out that, you know, clearly at the end he played knight g6, which is like definitely a question mark. But I mean, it says that I made 1 inaccuracy, black made 3 inaccuracies. I think in reality it was like reversed. I made 3 inaccuracies to get a bad position, probably, you know. And then he makes 1 inaccuracy with knight to g6. In my opinion, it's the opposite of what this should be. Anyway, whatever. It's arbitrary, you know, how Stockfish decides what's an inaccuracy or whatever. I wouldn't put that much stock in it. Anyway, very nice game by black. Thanks for watching, guys. Uninspiring opening here in the last game. I will see you tomorrow night. Have a great new year if I don't see you tomorrow before our stream at 6:30 p.m. Bye-bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Okay, good job.